November 16, 1957, in Plainfield, Wisconsin, police entered a lonely farmhouse searching for a missing woman. What they found inside would scar the world forever. Hanging from the ceiling was Bernice Worden. Around her were chairs made of bones, faces stitched into masks, and bowls carved from skulls. The house of Ed Gein was a museum of death. Edward Theodore Gein was born in 1906. A shy and quiet boy raised by a strict religious mother. His father was violent and drunk. His mother taught that every woman was evil except her. He grew up in isolation, forbidden to make friends. Living only to please his mother in that small farmhouse, love and fear became the same thing. When his mother Augusta died in 1945, Ed's world collapsed. It sealed her bedroom and kept it perfect while the rest of the house decayed. He could not let her go alone for years. He spent his nights reading anatomy books and crime magazine. Ash began to believe he could bring her back somehow. At night, Ed went to the cemetery near town, dug up the graves of recently buried women who reminded him of his mother, took their faces, their skin, and their bones. Inside his farmhouse, he built furniture and decorations from their remains. Said they kept him company when he felt alone. Grave robbing was not enough anymore. In 1954, Mary Hogan disappeared from her tavern. 3 years later, Bernice Worden went missing from her hardware store. Police followed the trail to Ed Gein's home. There they uncovered horrors beyond imagination. Confessed quietly, saying he only wanted to bring his mother back. Investigators found a world of madness inside that house. He believed he could wear his mother's spirit. They made a full suit from human skin and wore it at night while talking to himself in her voice. He was trying to become her again. To him, this was not murder, it was devotion. When police arrested him, Ed did not fight or run. He smiled politely and answered every question like a calm, chill detective. Said he looked harmless until you heard what he had done. His world. Death had lost its meaning. It was simply another way to be close to her. In 1958, Ed Gein was declared insane and sent to a mental hospital. Spent the rest of his life there, drawing, reading, and tending to the guard. Then he often smiled at the nurses and spoke softly. When asked if he missed anyone, he said only one word: mother. His body was alive, but his mind remained buried with her. The crimes of Ed Gein inspired the most famous horror films in history: Herman Bates and Psycho, Leatherface and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Buffalo Bill and The Silence of the Lambs. Each one was born from the nightmare of Plainfield, man who turned grief into terror. Ed Gein died in 1984 and was buried beside his mother in Plainfield Cemetery. Years later, his gravestone was stolen, his name carved away by those obsessed with his legend. Today his story returns through film and memory, but the real monster never left. Still whispers in the cold winds of Wisconsin.